Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to TWR Facebook Live. So I am very happy to be here this morning and also to continue with our teaching and conversation. So this is the second part of the Facebook Live in the series. So last time we talked about that you are not your pain, and we also had a number of questions, the wonderful questions that people have sent me, and I try to answer some of those questions. I'm sorry to not able to answer all the questions and also comment back on a beautiful feedbacks that many people have sent, and particularly it's so amazing to see the immediate sense of benefit that people are feeling with as even a short and simple exercises. People are sharing how beautiful they felt and how some of the pain or able to overcome their pain, able to sleep better, and so on. So many beautiful comments. So I truly appreciate all those comments. It's like fuel for me, that it gives me energy, inspiration to put all effort that I put trying to help people, just ongoing, all the time fire. My fire comes from those inspirations or those comments. So thank you. And so today we are going to talk about, today's topic here will be an introduction to your eternal body. So first, let me say a few words, okay? So if you are not your pain, then the obviously simple question will be, who are you? Who am I? So that's probably the most important spiritual question that every spiritual tradition asks: who am I? So we talk about not being the pain, then who am I? And very often in tradition of great perfection, like a Dzogchen tradition, we say when we leave the body of samsara, when we achieve the liberation, enlightenment, what we achieve is we achieve a full manifestation of three kaya, kusum, dharmakaya, sambhogakaya, nirmanakaya, and Phongku, Dzogku, Tulku. This kusum, basically kusum is what we say you achieve. So that is who you are. And particularly, so if I talk that in a very simple way, eternal body will be the inseparable state of that space and awareness, inseparable state of that sacred space and the pure awareness, or you are that inseparable state of that space and light. You are that union of that space and light, or pure emptiness and clarity, whichever ways you wanted to call it, whichever way it's easy to understand. But I wanted to talk a little bit more experience based here. So who you are is basically that just pure space and pure awareness. Let me give few examples. It's like, are you cloud? Are you dark cloud? Are you storm? Are you bad weather? Are you rain? Are you flooding, muds that rain creates? Are you any of them? So no, I'm not. I am none of them. So then, who am I in terms of this metaphor? I am infinite, a clear sky. I am that boundless, clear sky, and then I am
I'm not that darkness in that sky, but then I am the infinite light in that sky. So who am I? I am that in unbounded sacred sky. I am infinite, ceaseless, pervasive light. So that is who am I say who I am. So basically, that's kind of metaphor. Let me give example. Very many times, people there is a tendency to identify with their wounds, with their pain, with their weakness, with their conditions. People identify that. I always give example. A friend of mine who said one time that he said, "Oh, I began to understand about myself better with this new relationship." I said, "Why?" And then he said, "This new relationship, it's unlike the one before, which was many years, very stable. This has so much like stirring up my all the weakness and emotion, particularly my jealousy. I did not realize how jealous person I am." So basically what he's saying, he began to realize himself because he began to feel he's jealous. So in some sense, of course, that's okay to be closer, trying to feel that you're getting closer to yourself because you're discovering your conditions. But I don't think that's the way this person is explaining. The way this person is explaining is kind of more identifying with that weakness, jealous. I am jealous. I begin to know myself better because I am jealous. So condition jealousy, it's not you. Your emotion, it's not you. Your pain, it's not you. Your sickness, it's not you. These are experiences that you are having. And when you identify too much with experiences that you are having, and you get stuck in those experiences, and you lose this infinite possibility that what you as individual have, potentiality that you have, you begin to lose that. So maybe I will talk a little bit about this. One thing here is that let's talk about this sense of 3R. Okay, the letter R or A. It's R is the sound of space element. We say R Om. R is the sound of space element. Om is the sound of awareness, the clarity, or R is the sound of emptiness. Om is sound of awareness, clarity. So let's talk about this a little bit too. So first, in our experiences, think about self-awareness of self-perception. Think about this very moment. I want you to really relax your body, relax your breath, breathe deep, and feel grounded, and just bring your awareness in yourself. This moment, each one of you, bring awareness in yourself and see. This is the question: how awareness of perception of self, how you perceive yourself. Who are you? Do you identify with your nationality, your sex, your titles, your skills, your job, your possessions, your pain, your conflict, your problem? What do you identify with? Or what do you identify most with? So that's a good question, right? So I am sure that each one of you have a different, no one person is the same. So awareness of perception of self, that is really, really critical and very, very important, because everything that the way you see the world, the way you interact with the world, what you do in the world, how you impact the world, all has something to do with perception of self. Neuroscience, that people talk about, perception, like, when you're perceiving the mountain, high mountain, you are looking at the mountain, high mountain, and then when you carry a big heavy bag, carrying a big heavy bag on your back, and then that very moment, the weight of that bag increases the height of the mountain. So immediately mountain goes higher up. So the weight immediately changes the perception of self. That changes what you're perceiving, the height of the mountain. Let's give another example. So let's look at the mountain, and then if you see how you're feeling. So if you are open to it, then if you are open, if you are aware, then these are the moment things are begin to shift. So perception basically changes. If you're feeling heavy, the height of mountain changes, the world changes. If you're feeling light, the world changes. If you're feeling open, the world changes in a different way. So let's think about this sense of self-perception. How do you feel this very moment, how you perceive yourself? So, for example, your ability to do things in the world, your ability to even negotiate, your ability to function well, and everything has something to do with how you perceive yourself. So please just bring a little attention to yourself. How do you perceive yourself? That's the question number one. First awareness of perception of self. And later, I want each one of you, if you're brave enough, I want you to really genuinely share. Just say, okay, I feel this. I perceive myself very, very identify with the nationality, or I really identify with the sex. I really identify with my title. Whatever that is, I would like to hear some genuine feedback there. Second, the awareness of feeling of self. Let's talk about that. So how do you, not how you perceive, your perception will produce some feeling and some emotions, how you are feeling. How do you feel? Do you feel open? Very open? Close? Very close? Do you feel happy? Very happy? Sad? Very sad? Do you feel a warmth in yourself? You're relaxed, or you feel warmth towards somebody? How do you feel? So the awareness of feeling in yourself, which also some sense coming from how you perceive yourself. Because if you feel very open, if you feel very lot of warmth, for sure you will be feeling great. You will be feeling happy. You will feel that in your body. Third and the last one, the awareness of action, the awareness of your conduct, awareness of what you're doing. That is obviously much easier, right? So if I'm really identify with anger, think about one person that in your life who really identify, who is kind of body of anger. Think about that. Or think about somebody who is body of jealousy. Who think about somebody who is body of pain. Think about somebody who is the body of pain, who is body of conflict. One body of specific emotion that person is. Think about that. And that person does not know, but you can clearly see that. And person is feeling that also. Now, if that person does not know that I am a body of anger, I feel so much angry, but at least person have more chances to be aware when I destroy something, when I hit someone, when I break something, when I hurt somebody, when somebody respond back to me saying you hurt me, you have destroyed me, whatever some response is, a strong
obvious responses back to you saying, stop. And it's almost like impossible not to notice that somebody reacting that way. That helps you to notice your action. And then you notice your action is the action of pain, action of anger, action of jealousy, action of ignorance, action of fear, action of negative emotion. So recognizing through the action. So you have some sense of ability to recognize through action what you are feeling. Through feeling how you perceive yourself, and through your perception of yourself, and then some way realizing, no, that is not who I am. That is not who I am. I am not my anger. I am not my pain. I am not. So through the practices, I'm not going to talk more about that, through the previous, some of the exercises we did, through that exercises, able to feel a little bit more space, a little more space. So even, for example, even when you are someone who have never been aware of any of these three awarenesses that I'm talking, no awareness in action of self, no awareness in action, I say feeling of self, no awareness of perception of self, but someone now began to at least begin to experience some awareness through action of oneself, then gradually through the feeling of oneself, then gradually able to have some glimpse of this sense of perception of self, and then everything is dependent on that. So world that you see is so much created out of, or how the world that you are interacting with, that interaction is created out of perception of self. So the question is not what you see or how you act, question of how you perceive yourself. If your perception of self can change, you can change how you feel, you can change how you think, you can you're able to change your emotion, and therefore naturally you will able to change your behavior, your conduct, your action. So of course we are all sometimes many mainstream psychology or many kind of theories about trying to impact conduct, addictions, for example. Addiction is kind of one of the conducts in some sense. So trying to change addictions or trying to change conduct is, you cannot really force to change conduct. You cannot really force to change addictions. You have to change how you feel about that. You have to change how you perceive your relation to that. For example, it's easier to get rid of cigarette, but it's harder to get rid of smoker. It's easier to get rid of alcohol, but it's harder to get rid of alcoholic person. So here, the perception of alcoholic or perception of smoker, that sense of I am smoker, I am alcoholic, I am addicted through those pains I become as alcoholic. So those deeper level of identity as a self-perception, it's important to change. But I think sometimes there are a lot of people put too much effort in changing conduct and behavior. I think you have much less chances of having some success there, because it in the end has something to do with self-realization. I think that's a very, very important part. So summarizing these three things: awareness of perception of self, awareness of feeling of self, awareness of action of oneself. So these three awareness in sequence. Obviously, the action is easier to be aware of. Feeling is less easier to be aware of. Perception of self is much harder to be aware of. But that sequence is important, because if somebody have a difficult to be aware, then you start with the action, recognize your actions. And if you're having difficult recognizing your action, at least acknowledge other people's feedback, right? And think about the feedback. We get so much hurt by other people's feedback. You feel, oh, that person judges me. That person is uh, criticizing me. That person is, oh, yeah, basically we do that. So sometimes I think just to be a little bit more open, think about that if somebody is in professional world, we have critics, movie critics, food critics, and any all kind of critics. We have all the consulting companies, so many consulting companies. Basically, all these professions, what they do, they're just kind of they're trying to criticize you, some sense, right? It's not a negative sense, but they're trying to positively criticize you, saying you're doing this. This is not right. You could do this, or you could do the same way, but not this way, that way. So they basically, you pay so much money to somebody to have critical mind over you. But when somebody is doing freely, having some, giving feedback for free, just take it positively. Okay, thank you. But if you truly know what critic they have toward you has no basis, then you don't have anything to worry about, right? You say just let it go. Not even pay attention. Not spend one single moment, waste one single moment, your precious mind, thinking about those things. Don't spend one moment of your biological, psychological energy investing on those nonsense talks. Just let it go. So you just don't engage. If there is something to take, then you see how I can change. Because that's a feedback. And that means you done something probably not right. Then maybe you did something because you're feeling something. You're feeling something because you have sense of self-perception, which is much harder to be aware. But at least this is what we are trying to be conscious, trying to be at least be interested. I think that's what we are trying to do. So, okay, let's conclude a little bit here. Sense, I am not my pain. I am not my negative emotions. I am not my actions. I am not my possessions. Then who am I? I am that pure, unbounded space. So this moment, I want you to just a little bit feel that sense of you are, I am, the unbounded space. I am that unbounded, crystal clear sky in the desert. At least that image is helpful for a moment, trying to be that. You are that unbounded, crystal clear sky in the desert. Unbounded, crystal clear sky in the desert. You are that sky. You are not that pain, not that emotion, but you are that pure awareness. You are that pure presence of that unbounded sacred space. You are pure awareness of that unbounded clear sky. You are not the products like sickness or possessions, your belongings. You are manifesting the warmth, the joy, the love, the compassion from that space and from that light. The pure expression of that space and light, it's also you. It's like a nirmanakaya. It's like your manifestation, your pure
manifestation. You are that. You are not manifestation of ignorance and anger, such as pain. You are not that pain which is caused by anger and ignorance, but you are that joy caused, given a birth by that love and that space, that awareness. You are that love. I know that in our everyday and ordinary life, we don't talk about I am that space, or I am that light, or I am that warmth. We don't say I am that Dharmakaya, I am that Sambhogakaya, I am that Nirmanakaya, I am that three kayas. We don't say that. But according to the Dzogchen, you are essence of those three kayas. You are not trying to achieve those three kayas. You are trying to realize those three kayas are perfected in you. You are not trying to make those three dimensions. You are trying to realize the three dimensions or three bodies. You are not trying to find or make or put effort trying to explore this eternal body. You are trying to discover and self-realize that eternal sacred body, who you are. Okay, so I think we are going to conclude with a short meditation. So I want everybody to just for a moment stop looking at the messages and stop clicking things or stop typing things for a moment, or maybe at least see who is typing, who is clicking, who is noticing. Okay, so just for a moment, bring your full attention to your body. You bring your full attention to the stillness in your body. So that you will be able to access that unbounded space. Bring your full attention to the silence of the speech, or feel that silence, so that you will be able to access the pure awareness. You're trying to bring full awareness to the spaciousness of your mind, so that you will be able to access genuine warmth qualities. Breathe deep, breathe maybe twice long, and every time when you felt you have had enough inhale, maybe there's a little left, inhale that complete. When you exhale, maybe when you think I have completed exhalation, maybe there's a little more left to exhale, exhale that. And each time rest deeper with the exhalation, feel stronger with inhalation. Or more alert with inhalation, more awaken with inhalation.
And those you feel certain higher level of discomfort or pain in the body, emotion, just use the breath as a way of clearing it. So allow to breathe from that place and allow the breath to clear those discomfort and pain. Active breathing from those locations. So those you are familiar with the three channels in your body, just for a moment feel the presence of three channels in your body. The white channel and right, it's clear, open, illuminated. Left channel, the red, it's clear, open, illuminated. The most important channel, the blue channel in the center of your body, clear, open, illuminated. That means the center of your body is open, clear, illuminated. It also means some sense your body, its space, that sacred space, that pure light, the pure awareness, the pure warmth. You are this moment, that pure space. You are that sacred space. You are that pure light. You are that pure warmth. It's not like you are perceiving yourself that, maybe you are, and that is okay, but you are realizing that you are self-realization of that pure space, self-realization of that awareness, self-realization of that qualities and warmth. Now, this moment, since you are that sense, there is a sense of space, there is a sense of light, awareness, the sense of warmth. It has a power to change and transform. That awareness has a power to change, transform. Now you're stronger. Therefore, for a moment, reflect current challenging feeling, emotions, situations, person, whatever it is, just more simpler, more one-pointed, bring into a conscious, such as like your emotion, like anger, just be aware. Or sadness, whatever emotion you are experiencing this moment, bring into a conscious, into awareness.
Bring that feeling into awareness. Realize that is not you, but you are feeling it. It's manifesting in you. Accommodate in that space, in that awareness, in that warmth, or host in that space, in that awareness, in that warmth, or give a spacious, luminous, warm hug to that emotion, that pain. Feel the support of all the enlightened beings, all the teachers, and all the support that you have in your life. Be conscious, be aware of them. And particularly, be aware of our sacred cyber sangha, the sacred cyber sangha. All around the world, this very moment, we are in the same space, same awareness, same warmth. We are connected through that. And that connection is empowering each other. When you're aware of that connection, you're receiving it. You're supported by it. Okay, so now if you look at inside, what happened is that in an experience here is that you, whatever you have hosted, your feeling, your pain, you can see the power of that awareness. It dissolves. When it dissolves, what happens? It dissolves in that space. Before, presence of that pain obscuring that space, when that pain dissolves, the space is very clearly shines. The presence of that space, you feel very clear. So that space, it's you. That there's not only that space, but there is a recognition and awareness and presence of that space. That is the inner light. That is you. When you are familiar enough, you begin to feel a different sense of self, a new sense of you, a fresh sense of you, a potential sense of you. You begin to feel qualities in that, such as joy, a pure joy, a joy of being, a joy which is completely open, joy which is completely illuminated, basically joy which is that space, and that awareness is just dynamic energy manifesting as a joy. It's nothing less than, how you say, it's not different than that space, it's not different than that awareness. It is that joy, is that sacred space. Joy is that warmth. Therefore, even the experience of joy is you. So you are that space, you are that awareness, and you are that joy. That's who you are. So enjoy with that new sense of yourself. Okay, thank you. And now, maybe for the short moment, I would like now you can click whatever you wanted to click, and also if you wanted to share the experiences what you are having, what the experiences that what you have this very moment, I would like to hear. So this sense of course, you can have very clear a sense of who you are, and also you can have a clear sense of recognizing who you are not. That's also beautiful. When you really, really realize that who you are not, it is a very, very good beginning. And you realize how much energy, time you have wasted in someone who you are not. Those recognitions are beautiful. And then that's a good kind of way of beginning to understand a little bit more sense of true sense of self. So I think, and whenever there is a little bit more connection to the true sense of self, and then everything else just happened by itself beautifully, because universe, intelligence knows exactly how to display out pure elemental energies in the world for benefit of others. Okay, so thank you. All your feedbacks are coming in. Yeah, so I know like many of you are thanking here. I also wanted to thank all of you, those who are continuously participating. Your participation is my fire, my inspiration, and you are sharing with other people. It's like a kind of I'm opening me, and you're opening yourself to opening to others. So one openness is like a little lamp, and it opens another lamp, it's like a one candle, kind of becoming a cause of lighting many thousands of candles to illuminate, bring the light. So thank you, and particularly thank you all of you who have been sharing with other people, who have been helping the outreach. So I'm really very excited to using this Facebook Live. We have a great team, and we are trying to talk a lot, share a lot among our team, among ourselves, how to do better and better each time in terms of the outreach, in terms of the trying to kind of reach you, each individual sense reach you. So it's, sometimes we talk about space, sometimes we talk about cyber sangha. Then of course it has to come down to the local level. Sometimes it has to come down to our family. Sometimes it has to come down to you, and sometimes it has to come down to not only you, what you are experiencing this moment, what is going through you in this moment. It's not about anything. It's about you and how to help you. So our interest is to just come down deep in you, on your level, to find a way to support you. And that's our goal, our prayer, and each time we'll try to do that better and better. So and thank you all of you for your participation. And so the next Facebook Live will be it will be question and answer on this session, the eternal body. And so I would recommend to trying to post your questions and comments, and then trying to keep it simple, so that clear and simple, so that it's easy to understand. And so Thursday, next Thursday, which on same time, 10 o'clock. So sorry, the 10 o'clock California time. So what is it?
1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock New York time. So I mean, by now you all know one of the reasons we're trying to keep the same time is so that everybody will remember it. Okay? Thank you very much and have a wonderful day, wonderful night, wonderful sleep, wonderful project, wonderful meeting, wonderful meal, whatever things you're doing, may they manifest from that space, awareness, and warmth.